The most famous ghosts in the United States. Welcome to a trip through the dark where the paranormal and history collide. We explore some of the most well-known ghost stories in the US today. These stories have enthralled and horrified centuries, with tales of restless souls seeking closure and haunting beings prowling old halls. Presidents and employees alike have reported seeing the ghostly image of Honest Abe on multiple occasions. We then head to New Orleans, a mysterious and historically rich city. As a reminder of the mansion's horrific past, both inhabitants and visitors have reported hearing spooky screams and seeing ghostly apparitions. Remember to like and give us a thumbs up so we can continue regularly uploading videos. Number 8. King Hamlet. Shakespeare's Hamlet depicts the king's ghost haunting his son and motivating him to take revenge on his killer. Shakespeare's ghosts appear in many of his plays such as Macbeth and Julius Caesar, but King Hamlet, often referred to as Ghost, stands out as one of the most well-known and plays a significant role in Hamlet. Even though his son, Prince Hamlet, is the main character in the play that bears his name, the tale wouldn't exist if it weren't for his father's ghost. Number 7. The Flying Dutchman. The Flying Dutchman is now a frequently used topic in political parodies. Rumored to roam the high seas, the Flying Dutchman, a 17th-century merchant ship, is the most well-known non-human ghost in the world. Sea folklore claims that the ship, which frequently manifests as an eerie glow or fuzzy picture, is a sign of impending disaster and bad luck. Numerous adaptations of the tale exist, but one of the most popular ones describes a Dutch captain by the name of Van der Decken who, in the midst of a storm when traveling the Cape of Good Hope, refused to take safe harbor in spite of pleadings from the passengers and crew. Rather, the arrogant captain dared God to destroy them. The captain cursed the ship immediately, dooming it to never find port again in its ghostly state. Reports of the ghost ship in the ocean have been sporadic, with a sighting off the coast of South Africa in 1923. The Flying Dutchman's most recent appearance in theaters across the country was in the Davy Jones-produced Pirates of the Caribbean flicks, in The Flying Dutchman and Other Folktales from the Netherlands. Libraries Unlimited, 2007. Theo Metter noted that British literature during the 18th and 19th centuries originated the story of the doomed Dutch ghost ship, likely due to the rivalry between Dutch and British trading companies at that time. Number 6. The Bell Witch. The movie The Blair Witch Project reportedly drew significant inspiration from the Bell Witch. Some consider the incidents at John Bell's Tennessee property between 1817 and 1821 to be among the most well-known ghost stories in America. Bell shot at an odd animal on his farm, but it vanished before causing any damage. A few weeks later, a spirit physically attacked Bell's daughter Betsy, shook the home, made horrible noises, and tormented the Bell family. The haunting attacks continued for several years, during which Andrew Jackson reportedly experimented with ghost hunting and carried out his own research. Despite some writers presenting the Bell Witch myth as a fact, there is minimal proof that it is anything more than a ghost story. For example, Jackson never made any reference to the Bell Witch case. It appears that the future president's role was invented out of thin air, maybe to give the fake story the aspect of realism. In his book, Ghosts and Demons, The Truth of the Bell Witch, Kyle T. Cobb Jr. stated that from the late 1810s until the 1830s, Jackson's every move was fairly well documented. This raises even more questions about his involvement. Number 5. Casper the Friendly Ghost. Over the years, Casper has undergone several reboots, attracting new viewers with every passing generation. Casper, also known as the Friendly Ghost, spends her time in the beyond realms, smiling and trying not to frighten anyone, while Bloody Mary awaits her summons to gloomy restrooms to frighten children. Seymour Reed and Joe Oriolo invented Casper in the 1930s, and he went on to become well known for the Harvey comic book series. Two of Casper's frequent companions were Hot Stuff the Little Devil and Wendy the Good Little Witch. Casper made the figures harmless and kid-friendly by adding the words good, friendly, and little to their names. Particularly, Casper's return with a self-titled 1995 film starring Christina Ricci and Bill Pullman raised concerns about death in a kid-oriented product. In his book, Ghosts: The Complete Guide to the Supernatural, Zachary Graves noted that critics questioned how appropriate it was to run moments of comedy and slapstick alongside issues of death and the afterlife. Canary Press, 2011. Number 4. Bloody Mary. Children have passed down the well-known ghost story of Bloody Mary through the ages as a bravery test to face the unknown. Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. Many schoolchildren encountered ghosts for the first time after hearing those words. Folklore claims that Bloody Mary is the spirit of a mother who killed her children in the distant past. If you want to see her go into a bathroom, usually at school, turn out the lights, stand in front of a mirror, and say her name 3 times. Teens have a common association with the game of calling forth Bloody Mary. What happens next? by Gail DeVoe identifies three functions of the ritual: actively challenging and conquering fears, creating opportunities to elevate peer group status, and developing a mechanism for coping with the supernatural. Libraries Unlimited, Contemporary Urban Legends and Popular Culture, 2012. Many would either lose their nerve after reciting the second Bloody Mary and bolt from the lavatory, or they would look at their terrified reflection in the dark mirror. Numerous students related their experiences, both positive and negative, with great glee, while others hid their heads in terror at the very thought of calling her. In 2021, a horror film series remade Candyman, a modernized retelling of the Bloody Mary mythology. Candyman also invokes his name 3 times. Number 3. The Drury Lane Theatre. Many actors who have performed at London's Drury Lane Theatre over the years have reported seeing ghosts. The West End neighborhood of Covent Gardens in London is home to numerous theatres. Some of history's finest actors have performed there for more than 3 centuries. However, one theater is more well known for its ghosts than for its plays. Rumors suggest that multiple ghosts, including those of multiple actors, haunt the hallways and wings of Drury Lane. A theater frequently claims to have a resident spirit who treads the boards, and the ghosts of Drury Lane continue their part of theater history. Everyone in the theater was experiencing something. They believe they heard a door slam when no one was inside the building, or they saw the man in gray. Actor Nigel Planer told journalist Andrew Dixon in a 2015 piece for The Guardian that Roger Clark, professional ghost hunter, took those stories more seriously than the ghosts. He did think the building had something going on, although it was difficult to say what. Number 2. The Vanishing Hitchhiker. The hitchhiker ghost story may have begun, evolving over time to accommodate various modes of transportation. People often associate it with the United States, yet stories similar to it exist around the globe. Traditional interpretations suggest that the hitchhiker represents the ghost of a murdered nearby resident, a theory that likely evolved over time. It acquired the newer automobile motif by the period of the Great Depression and thereafter spawned a number of subtypes with greatly varied and oddly interlocking details, some of which themselves stem from earlier folk legends, said Jan Harold Brunvand in The Vanishing Hitchhiker, American Urban Legends and Their Meanings, W. W. Norton and Company, 2003. Like the Flying Dutchman's crew, the hitchhiker may occasionally possess prophetic abilities or be on a never-ending quest. Updated and localized treatments of the legend continue to flourish in modern folklore, suggesting that the old ghost tale must have some important appeal to contemporary folk, Brunvand noted. Number 1. The Ghost of Christmas Past. According to Dickens' account, the spirit changes from elderly to youthful at various points in time. Ebenezer Scrooge, the heartless miser in Charles Dickens' well-known classic, A Christmas Carol, undergoes a change of heart after receiving visits from multiple ghosts who represent the past, present, and future Christmases in his life. These ghosts bear a striking resemblance to those often associated with morality stories and life lessons. Through glimpses of his previous Christmases, the Ghost of Christmas Past starts Scrooge on the path to recovery. Dickens' personal experiences and sentiments towards children and Christmas may have inspired him to create this character, given his recognition for his contribution to the development of the Christmas spirit. Christmas was a happy occasion for Dickens, who now, as a father of a little family, makes fond memories of his own childhood celebrations. In the 1840s Dickens' household, 12 Days of Christmas consisted of feasting, games, and home plays. John Sutherland, a professor of modern English literature at University College London, wrote for the British Library in 2014. I appreciate you looking. Remember to subscribe and like our YouTube channel.